Greetings and salutations, tube dwellers. Welcome back to Heart of the Swarm. I've got some super sweet 1 versus 1 action for you against my least favorite type of alcohol, Jaeger. The apparently Terran player, according to his levels. He's got plenty of games played, pretty average win-loss ratio. The map shall be Newkirk Precinct TE. And as you see here on the screen, it is going to be a Zerg versus Terran. In the bottom left, we have everybody's favorite Zerg, the Mad Bag. Juxtaposed, in the bottom right, the enemy of the world, Jaeger. Ah, who am I kidding? The enemy of the world? That is silly. Jaeger makes plenty of people happy. Just not me. It's one type of alcohol that gets me blackout drunk immediately. I can literally drink like halfway through a night. I can drink clear alcohol all night. I can even switch between alcohol and beer, no problem. 1 drop of Jaeger. I take a single Jaeger bomb, instantly into belligerent drunk mode. I turn 10 foot tall and bulletproof, and the light switch goes out. My memory cuts out. I'm instantly drunk. If you ever need to roofie me, you don't even need roofies. Just bring some Jaeger. So now that my past with Jaeger has been laid out for all to see, let's take a look at my near future. I like the changes they made to this map since the early stages of Heart of the Swarm. They opened up the, I don't know, this is like a 4th or a 5th or maybe even a 6th. They opened up the other side of it, so it's not quite as sectioned off. And they opened up the middle of the map, too, with that. And then they took out the watchtowers. When this map first came out, there were watchtowers here and way up here that made it pretty much impossible to go through the middle of the map without being seen. And now it's actually pretty easy. Even though I'm Zerg and I like to see when they move out, I like even more the changes they made to the map. What is this? A 14 command center. Command center first. Jaeger, you nutcase. What are you doing? Oh, it's not too different over here on the other side of the map. I did whip out a 15H as per usual. My spawning pool goes down. His barracks goes down. Oh, that forecast. Oh, that forecast. It's almost back up to 100 minerals before the barracks actually happened. And here I come in. Boom, I see the barracks. I'm even clicking on it. I'm like, wait a second. The first Marine should finish around 3 minutes and 15 seconds. This barracks just started. It must be a command center first. So immediately upon seeing that barracks timing, I know that it's a command center first. Although, given that there's no Marine, I'll have free reign to come in here and look at whatever I want. There are 2 gases, and honestly, the Marine's not that far out. I should, upon seeing that, dive straight down here, see the gases in the main, and then come out to this position that the Overlord will end up at. You see the waypoint. But alas, I don't do such things. I'm not even going to get confirmation on the command center. You know, seeing this barracks, it's possible that he's like doing a 2 racks over here, and that's the 3rd barracks. But it looks like I've sniffed it out right. I know it's command center first, so I'm going to go with a pretty immediate 3rd hatchery. And it looks like I was going to slap it down here, and he blocked it. He saw, with his SCV, my drone going down there. And it looks like he is going to cancel that supply depot. He's going to throw up a supply depot to keep me from getting that for a while, but I just went up top. Let's put it there. We've got 4 Lings on the map. He's getting a bunker at the front, and his first Marine is out. For the most part, that's safe against some Lings. And I'm getting gas. I'm actually right at 100. Pulling the Lings off, the Ling speed starts. I'm sorry, pulling the drones off. The drones off of gas. Lings don't mind gas, that's blasphemy! That would almost be as crazy as ghouls harvesting wood in Warcraft 3. Unheard of. Looks like the Marine juked inside a little bit. He knew an Overlord was around here. Probably checked around the base. And Factory's going to be the follow-up. It's off double gas. This indicates some kind of tech to follow the Factory even. Hellion production, which is what this reactor will likely be dedicated to, does not take that much gas. Hellions are only mineral cost units. Those gunshots were going awful slow. That bunker almost certainly has a single Marine in it. What's this? Oh, I'm going to run right by. Oh, the Marine couldn't even kill a single Zergling. He's going to try to land the factory, but it's not going to be fast enough. I am in. Can I kill any workers? We're at 24 to 25. Honestly, I'd call that a lead for him because of mules. What is this? Double starport? This is obscene. Oh, man. I haven't killed a single worker yet. I have caused some delays in mining, and all the while I'm getting my own workers back at home. Oh, and it looks like I'm going to lose track of them. I can only micro in the base for so long before... Oh, what is this? Okay, before getting back to my macro. Looks like I'm causing a huge hiccup in gas here for him. Oh my god. Both Stargates... I'm sorry, Starports. Stargate would be the Protoss variant. Both Starports going for Tech Labs. Oh, you cheesy bastard. You know, I'm sure... And look at this, the reactor's actually staying on the barracks. This little run-in caused a lot of damage. It threw his build off quite a bit. It caused him to jump SCVs around, and now this supply block is blocking him on workers. It's even blocking him on Banshees, though he is getting cloaking immediately. This has allowed me to take the worker lead that any Zerg needs over his Terran opponent. He is going to get the wall up, though. My third has come up. It looks like I've got 4 queens out, is that right? 4? I've got 5 queens out. Seeing that starport, looks like I'm sniffing things correctly. I'm also going to a pretty quick lair. This isn't an incredibly fast lair. This is pretty normal timing in Zerg vs. Terran, but I had a really fast third, so that kind of makes it feel a little early. Normally you'd push that lair off a little bit just to make sure your third economy is coming together right, but I don't smell a third base follow-up from him. I smell a huge bit of tech-heavy pressure follow-up from him, so it looks like I'm not droning at all on the third base. I like that decision. And actually, oh my, spore crawlers aplenty. I know, 2-starport Banshee, if that is what the order of the day is going to amount to. I can produce a lot of Banshees, and with the reactor I was expecting to see Hellions as well, so you see a little bit of a wall off. You see some resources dedicated to spine crawlers even. Got the Roach Warren, I'm getting out the Hydralisk in. It looks like I'm really spreading my defense out to a lot of different places. I'm not really droning up that hard. You see, I've got a drone lead, but it's not enormous. The lair is finished. It looks like I just really want this defense to be solid. I want to totally shut his pressure down. And then check out the rest of the game from there. The third command center does come up a little bit later. He's put a lot of tech in front of this command center. This double Banshee business. He's actually got 2 out already. No, 3. A third just came out. He's building a 4th and a 5th. No, I'm sorry. These are medevacs. Not a 4th and a 5th Banshee. And it looks like I'm going to poke over here to try to see the starports. I see double Tech Labs. Surely, that lets me know what's in store for me. Ooh, he canceled Cloak. Oh, I like that. Oh, that is good. I wonder, did he scan me at any point in time? He didn't scan me. He still hasn't seen really anything other than what his first SCV saw. But he knows that I saw his starports, so I should be prepared for this. And unless we're not in the same league, then I'm just playing bad. He's even going to get some Widow Mines involved. Man, the cheese is strong with this one. I like that he's turning this Banshee thing into just a meat and potatoes type of pressure. He's just getting a lot of content. Banshees can still be kind of difficult to deal with, even when they don't have Cloak, if they're in high numbers. 1-on-1, a Banshee does kill a Queen, so 4-on-4, well, Queens kill Banshees at that point because their energy allows them to heal each other. Unless the Cloak comes in and I don't have detection. However, it looks like I've got mobile detection, I've got in-place detection, I've even got some Hydralisks on the field. I'm getting the ranged upgrade for them. I don't have movement speed, but that's okay. Range normally lets you defend pretty well, and I've got a solid number of roaches here. His medevacs aren't in play yet, so the roaches are going to be great. Oh man, against his marine count, it looks like he's got a counterattack going in my main. He is going to back off the front. The Marines are going to take down a Queen, however that leaves me with 4. Since I only have 3 base, that shouldn't hurt. Oh, I'm sorry, I have 5. I must have produced even another one. I'm going to come back and respond to that. I do end up taking that out pretty well. I'm not sure where the medevac went. I think he got the medevac out. I didn't spot it, though. Wasn't watching the mini-map close enough. And now the Widow Mines has arrived. This is turning into some nasty pressure. The food count is dead on. The army count, he's right with me with a little bit better tech, although the tech that I have is seriously good for defense. I still have a worker lead on him, but with the third command center coming up, If he moves that out, our economic situation will be very similar. Oh, but I crushed the push. He doesn't have any upgrades on the Marines. I'm sorry, I take that back. He does have stim, but he does not have combat shield. The Banshees go down, though. It looks like I had exactly what I needed, and now the saturation is beginning on my third. Saturation looks good on the second and the main. So, all in all, really solid defense so far. Food counts, though, still really close. His production is actually popping off a little bit better than mine. Having my queens come together to join in on the defense has made some hiccups occur in my larva injects. And you can see just having to micro is causing even more hiccups. Some energy's building up on the queens that are in place. Ooh, a lot of energy in some places. And you can see the cash. Oh man, this defense has been solid enough that I should have an advantage, but it's thrown me off enough that I haven't been able to macro continuously. Oh, and this isn't an orbital command yet? Okay, maybe he doesn't have an economic lead. That actually makes me feel really good about my economy. 72 to 48, and he's only on 2 command centers, especially with this saturation. I assume, yeah, there's a huge train SCVs coming down, and that's becoming an orbital command now, so he should have the means to quickly catch up to my economy. He's also started double upgrades, so while he started them a little bit later than my single evolution chamber, I am only upgrading off of 1, so he should be able to catch up and even surpass me pretty quick. And now we see the concussive shell, the addition of Marauders. He's responding to the fact that I'm including roaches in my composition. He still does have a Banshee in the mix. If he is able to take out my Hydras, that could allow him to do a lot more damage than the cost of the Banshee would otherwise indicate. However, I've got a good Hydra count. And it looks like I was able to put out 1-1 with this single evolution chamber, and I have started on +2 armor. Now he's put out the 1 weapon. He hasn't started the second one yet. He's about halfway through the armor. With the double engineering bays, though, he should still be able to catch up to me. Oh man, he's whipping out a 4th command center. Taking the macro risks. I'm going to poke back in here and see what I can see. The Overlord just spots a few barracks. He's going to telekinesis that back to the hive mind. Infantry coming. Plenty for Mr. Jaeger. Looks like some more lag popping off here. Oh, the creep. Not my beautiful creep. No, little Terran. This army count. Wow, his army count is so far ahead of mine. I have included Banelings in the mix. I've got Baneling speed researching, but it's not very close. And oh my god, look at this. I'm also researching Locusts. Enduring Locusts. Oh man, I'm catching his reinforcements really well. Banelings are in the front. This might be a little bit damaging if a good Widow Mine hit happens. Oh, and actually, the Banelings don't do what I needed to do. There's still a lot of bio here. Zerg forces are crumbling. My god, the losses are huge. The army count swings heavily in his favor. Even though my defense was beautiful to begin with, it's not so great now. He evens up those resources lost. Takes out my 4th base, and oh, he's jetting into the main. I have no defenses in place. Some production's popping off, but it's coming in piecemeal. I couldn't think of a worse situation. Now the units lost are even going in his favor. Widow Mines have recharged. Oh, he's taking out a macro hatch. Luckily, that's not a huge bit of damage, and he gets out. I did have some production coming in. Oh, he's going to hit the 4th again. My army, my standing army, is still not anything as compared to him. As compared to what he has here, let alone what's rallying or what's on the other side of the map. Roaches are just coming out. That should allow me to pull even with what's here, but god, he still has the rally coming in. I can see the minimap forces. His medevac count is enormous, too. If he can consolidate forces, this push is going to be really nasty. Looks like his continued pressure is just doing work on my macro. My macro's falling apart continuously. I even have some not ideal drone saturation. I've had to move drones around every time he jumps in somewhere. That's causing my saturation to get a little off-kilter. He started too late, though. Looks like he's going to allow me to keep a little bit of an upgrade advantage. He's still just on 1-1, whereas I have 2 armor and 1 ranged. Oh, man. He's coming in, and I know he's coming, but this isn't the only thing he's going to send towards me. He's setting up a split push. Looks like he's going to head for the 3rd. Oh, and I'm going to fake. This isn't good. I really need to take this out. There I go. That little juke back caused me time, though. And that cost is going to allow him to get in position at the front. Oh, he's taking out some of the swarm host production I'm just now creating. He's going to take out the 4th again. I do get to cancel it that time. It looks like I might be able to consolidate using my whole army against the part of his army that went into my main, and then consolidating and coming against this part is allowing me to take somewhat even trades, but oh god. The unit's lost, still heavily in his favor. Macro-wise, he's totally caught up to me. He's running off 4. Okay, no, he's got 4 mules on the map, but he's not running off 4 orbital commands. His 4th is actually a planetary fortress. The Widow Mines, though, the Swarm Hosts are going to allow me to deal pretty well with the Widow Mines, but he's going to run up to the 3rd. There's no defense in place. Well, there is, but it's not sufficient. I'm coming in on the back end, but he's focusing fire. The 3rd, goes down. Even under strain of transfuse, it's not enough. Looks like I'm going to be able to clean up this Widow Mine stuff in the front. He retains a lot of his medevacs, though, and the rally, god, his army count is just, well, it was staying ahead of me. It's not right now. Ooh, this is nasty. Not a good engagement. Need to back out. Oh, I'm taking some time doing it. He's going to get to cancel the 4th again, maybe. Oh, watch it, Swarm Host. Whoo! Being dangerous, yeah. I can't defend the 4th. He's going to get it. Oh, and I don't even cancel it. The cost is just racketing up. And he's jetting into the main again. Oh, the obnoxious drops. Got a lot of roaches in position, though. And I'm attacking him as he drops. Great way to get some cost effect there. And it looks like it did whip down some additional evolution chambers. Running on 3. Getting all the upgrades. Fielding a wide range of tech here, too. If I can keep some banelings in the mix, these swarm hosts can allow me to hold down at least one position. They might allow me to keep at least my front alive. Oh, but he's setting up a flank. He's going to hit me from multiple angles again. Let's take a look. Oh, he's learning how to spend his money. Spam command centers. He's got more production coming up. What is this? Starports galore. Oh, he's coming in. The drop's hitting. It looks like he wants to come in on my 3rd again, too, but I sent some roaches up that way. I'm finally splitting my forces pretty well. The defense is coming together a little bit. I hit some rallies there, too, although he's coming in. Still with more. My creep spread is okay, but he keeps denying that, too. I'm starting to get a little bit of a handle on my macro. Well, actually, that's probably more me spending without the economy continuing. The 3rd is back up. I'm reestablishing the 4th. It's almost done. I've got a good drone count. 69 is okay. I'd like to be a few higher than that. 74, so it would be amazing. And it looks like I'm finally going for a counterattack. Ooh, I like it. Man, the command centers just don't stop, do they? His macro is for sure in a better position than mine, especially as these come up and turn into orbital commands. The roaches are going to come in the back. The second I see this planetary, though. Yeah, there's no way. Roaches just really can't do anything to that. He's on top of it, too. He's repairing. The roaches are going to have to get out. And if he's smart, this force is positioned in a perfect spot to respond. Let's see if it happens. Meanwhile, the army count levels out again. I'm in a little bit of a food lead. Oh, yeah, there he goes. He's going up. The roaches are still back there. It looks like I want to keep them in place for a potential counterattack later. He might be a little confused as to why he doesn't see him. Whoa, full stem. He's going to be able to pick these off with ease. And that honestly keeps us about level on the units lost. Oh, the banelings. Yeah, it keeps us about level on the army count as well. And with 3-3 just finished for my ranged and my armor with the Zergling adrenal glands, and now ultras with chitinous plating coming up, the tech of my army is really rounded out. He does have a food lead, though, and oh my god, ships passing in the night. Right as I move up to the front, he's moving around to my side. It looks like I'm going to see it, though, and I'm going to try to respond. He, though, is going to set this flank up again. What do I have for it? Oh, he has no Marauders in this composition. Oh, and I'm hitting him without the Widow Mines in the ground. Oh, domination! He's coming on the 4th again. I have nothing in place to defend. The Swarm Hosts really should have stayed right here. Should have continued to spew their locusts. He might get this 4th. No, I'm going to respond. I'm going to keep the 4th. He doesn't know what he wants to do with this drop. Looks like it's going to fake into the main, but then dodge back out. He knows I'm responding just too well to it. I'm not sure he's going to really be able to pull anything off with that. Maybe a couple drone kills. No, he's focusing on the hatchery. It's low, but it's not going to go down. Oh, God! Swarm mouse! Look out! 2! Oh, 2 go down. Oh, 3! Nothing else is in place. Oh, it's terrible. The scan, I lost them all. Oh, even after that, though. Units lost? Ah! Units lost are still my favorite. Oh, God! There's where the starport... I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I got that right. I thought I was mixing up starport and Stargate again. No, the starport transition comes in. Battle cruisers. What the battle cruisers? He's even getting the Emoto. He's got 3-3 just finishing up for his infantry. His tech is also rounding out. Now, I've got Hydralisks in the mix, and they've got good upgrades, so it looks like I'm producing even more, and I've got a Spire coming. Corruptors would be great to help deal with battle cruisers. For right now, though, I'm going to have to rely on Hydralisks. And what is this? I'm putting together a counterattack of a different kind. It looks like I want the burst damage, no pun intended. Get some Baneling bursts together. Shut one of his bases down before he can react. At least I hope. Some Banelings are still with the Force. He's very Marine heavy here. He doesn't have siege tanks or Widow Mines to deal with the Banelings. These Marines will evaporate as this engagement begins, but can the battlecruisers deal with the Hydra count? If so, he's going to take this. He's going to be able to do a lot of continued damage. Oh no! It looks like for the most part that's happening. Yeah, my Hydra numbers are thinning. Oh, down to 10 and below. He's got even more battlecruisers coming in. It looks like I'm just going to burge forward with the counterattack. Oh, and here we go. Banelings on command centers. I just want to see his vision real fast. He doesn't see it. I'm sorry, I didn't watch the Banelings. You probably want to see him, so we're going to watch it. I know. Rewinding. What a terrible caster move, but I want to see the Baneling hits. Oh, yeah. Blick, blick, blick 'em. And what about this one? Can we get an explosion? Yes! 2 command centers down. The mining bases specifically. A lot of SCVs went down with it. I'm tearing up more SCVs. I have a 3-way counterattack hitting. He's down to 28 SCVs. The technology is unanswered, though. Battle cruisers are causing huge damage to my standing army. And I don't have all that many mining bases myself. The main's out. The natural's out of minerals. Almost out of gas. I'm basically on 2 mining base. I've gotten a 3rd up. It's got some decent saturation. So we're working some things out. Income tab will show, though, I am in the lead. Decimation on all fronts. God, 3-3 Marines. I like it, sitting there, holding the base down. Battle cruisers. It looks like he's holding a little... Ooh, I don't know. This is a big Hydra count. I don't even know how many that is. 1 tab is 24. 24 and 7? No, that's 6. 30? 30 Hydralisks. Oh! Some Banelings coming into the back. Hitting the worker count a little bit more. He is producing more SCVs, though. He knows that I killed a lot of them. Oh, and I'm moving out. If he's just got battle cruisers, and if I can keep him on the back foot, then I can keep these battle cruisers from doing damage, even if they beat me in a straight engagement. He does only have +1 air weapons, too. He has no armor on his ships. Oh, yes, the Hydras are moving in. Huge damage. They're sniping battle cruisers so fast. Oh, there are a lot of battle cruisers here, though. I'm doing what I can, but the battle cruisers are coming out on top. The Hydras are going down. Overall, I still have a bigger army. I've got waves of Zerglings flooding in, and it looks like I'm going to split them up to all corners of the map. I'm going there. I'm going into the main. I'm going back to his 3rd. Oh, it's beautiful. Small amounts of Zerglings everywhere. He has a battlecruiser lead on me still. But I'm finally getting what I need to deal with his tech. I'm getting the counter unit. Zikarapta. Now, it's still not difficult for Terran to put together an air army that can deal really well with Corruptors. And if battlecruisers are in the mix, then he can deal really well with everything, because battlecruisers are so good against ground units. Looks like I'm even burrowing some Banelings to act as a distraction later on. He's cleaned up a lot of it. Looks like he wants to move forward with the battlecruisers, but I'm being so annoying. They're still holding front position. The Corruptors are out, though. This is going to be a huge hurdle. I have no air upgrades. The army count's big, though, and it looks like I'm going all in against these battlecruisers. Hydras spawning from all corners. I've only got 12. That's not huge. I am getting up additional bases, though. His counterattacks have all but stopped. And I've unburrowed the Zerglings. I've just spread them out. A Zergling here, a Zergling there. Just trying to be as annoying as possible. Even a Roach killing some of his SCV mining in the back. He's coming forward with the battlecruisers. He's going to kill off my... I don't even know. It's a base. I don't know what base number it is. It's something. He's going to clean up everything in the middle. Or, I'm sorry, in the main. In the middle, though, battlecruiser's going to get caught a little bit out of position. I don't have a lot of Hydras. Oh, but the Corruptors. The Corruptors are catching up. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho. The units lost swing heavy into my favor. Battlecruisers fall. Zerglings and Hydras rush towards the main. Man, are Banelings being morphed in his face. I guess it's not really in his face. Crushing bases. Smashing faces. Can he deal? Production's not quite camped yet. Oh, Baneling hits on Marines. Oh, brings a tear to my eye. It's like a Zerg sunrise. Okay, okay. Marine on Hydra. He does have medevac support, but I've got Corruptor support. Oh, yep, they're even corrupting. Corruption on Marines. Ooh, another Ultralist comes in. It's looking like a foregone conclusion. The Corruptors don't even mind getting shot at. Ooh, stop tickling. Oh, ooh, it tickles. Oh, cut it out. Little jimmies. It's too much. The production is now being camped. And Jaeger GG's! My God, what a match. I think it would be easier for me to list off what wasn't in that match, so let's go that route. Infestors, Swarm Hosts, Broodlords. Those are the 3 Zerg units that were not in that match. Those are the 3 Zerg units that I did not field in that insane back and forth. Battlecruisers, really? Battlecruisers? I felt like there was a period where he was really getting the upper hand. I think it'll probably show here. Yeah, right in here. He killed off my 3rd and my 4th at the same time. I was in huge danger, in a really deep spot. At that point, he began the transition to battlecruisers. He was pretty sure he had me. He wanted to finish things out in a cheesy way. And you know what? I think he was throwing those starports down even before then. So the transition to battlecruisers, it was intended even before he knew that he had a huge advantage on me. I think if he didn't do the battlecruiser thing, I think if he added some siege tanks, stayed heavy on his infantry count, expanded like he did, he would have been able to keep that steamroll going, and the match would have looked a lot different from me. I was getting some technology out, though, so I can't say I would have for sure lost. Crazy to see that this resource collection rate for him stayed so high right through the period of the game where I started to get my feet under me and started to put the counterattacks on his side of the map. This army value, man, shows the tale of engagements. Up and down, up and down. Like a very sporadic heart rate monitor. Well, there you have it, folks. A ZVT, and not a shabby one, if I may say so myself. Thank you all for watching. Please, stay tuned for more. Bye-bye.